I was introduced recently to a guy named Gary Haugen. He runs International Justice Mission. I've been reading his book, Just Courage, and some of his other books he's written about justice in the world. And actually, reading his books has introduced me to some of the unbelievable atrocities going on across the world. I had no idea the sex slave and sex slave trading business going on across the world. I had no idea that like girls my daughter's age were being kept in brothels, locked up as sex slaves for people that were, abusing them in power. I had no idea that there were like prostitution rings and people being forced into this. I had no idea that kids were working 16-hour days in factories making my shirts that I buy at Walmart so that I can have a good shirt. And I had no idea about some of this stuff. I was just completely brain dead. And Haugen in his book, he talks about how his organization is stepping in and making a difference and bringing about justice for these people and freeing the slaves and doing this incredible, amazing stuff on the front lines for God. But it left me with this gnawing question, to be really honest. I mean, I live in suburban America. I don't have any sex slaves that I know of down the street. I don't have anybody locking up kids that I know of, at least, and doing weird things with them. And I don't really have any kids being abused. There's child labor laws in my country. And so how am I supposed to respond? I mean, my biggest problem is whether I'm going to TiVo Survivor Thursday night, or the biggest conflict I have is whether I'm going to get my daughter to gymnastics or go to my church meeting. It's probably the same for you. How do we suburban American Christians pursue justice? What can we do to make sure the world is a just place? I'd be curious. If you have any ideas, get on the website, type them out. Let me know. Let's wrestle with this together. How can we get involved in making sure that justice is done, that God's justice reigns in the world that we live in, even though we just live in suburban America?